Good morning from a very snowy northern Michigan. Wintry day. Just out cleaning up some snow right now. Been out since midnight last night. It's currently 8:43 in the morning, and I still got a couple more accounts to do. It snowed last night. It wasn't even in the forecast. It wasn't supposed to snow, but it did. So here we are, making that money. So today I want to talk about starting a small business, and there's a few steps that you should take in order to get your feet wet. Get off the ground. No, I'm not an attorney. I'm not an accountant. I'm not giving you legal advice. I'm giving you friendly advice from me to you. The first thing you need to do is you need to have the passion and desire to start a business. If you're on the fence about it and you're hem-hawing, jump off that fence and hit the ground running, because you can do it. You don't need a business degree. You don't need any degree. I don't have a degree. I had a desire and a passion to plow snow, and so I bought a plow truck and I started plowing snow, and it's turned into a life for me and my family. So you really just need to have the passion and desire and get off the fence. Just do it. But Eric, I don't have the money. Well, I didn't really have the money either. And the funny thing is I don't know how to explain this, but I honestly didn't have the money. But I had the truck, and I had an old plow, and I had the drive and the passion, and it just kind of fell into place. And I believe that the Lord works in mysterious ways, and there's been times where, and this is no joke, I did not know how I was going to afford gas to put in that truck to go out plowing for that day. But you know what? As my gas light would come on and my needle would reach empty, my phone would ring. A residential customer would call and say, "Hey, I need plowed out. Can you come right now?" Absolutely. So you go and you charge them $30. Guess what? There's your gas money for the day right there. And I remember going into days where I didn't have $5 to my name, and by the end of the day, I had made $300, and that was good money back then. Now I couldn't live on that, but I'm just saying things work out in mysterious ways. It's just crazy how you just don't know how you're going to make it, and then bam, all of a sudden things just start working in your favor. So anyways, the first thing you really need to do is you need to come up with a business name. I'm rolling up on an accident here. Hopefully nobody's hurt. You need to come up with a business name, and once you come up with that name, you need to go to your local courthouse. That looks just like a fender bender, no big deal. Go to your local courthouse, and they're going to run that name through a system, and they're going to make sure that nobody else within that county that you live in has that same business name. And once it comes back clear, then that's your business name. It's like $10 to $15. It's not expensive, and it's good for 5 years. A DBA stands for doing business as, and what that does is it solidifies you as a legal operating company within your state, or you're now a legal company. Some guys are going to argue that you need to be an LLC, meaning limited liability company, and it's not a bad idea, but that's done on a state level, and it's more in depth, it's more expensive, and what that does is it separates you from your company, where if you were to hurt someone or get sued for some reason, they can only sue your company and not sue you. So a DBA is completely different. You are your company, and your company is you. You file on the same tax return, and if you get sued, they can take you for all you're worth. Your house, all that stuff, your vehicles. But that's for another video. I'm just saying you need to get a DBA or an LLC or a corporation, whatever it is that you want to do. Maybe do your research on it. I'll go into detail a little bit further in later videos, like I said, explaining the differences. But for the bare minimum, get a DBA, get a business checking account, and the reason for that is you want to separate the money that you make from your company and the money that you spend for your company. You want to separate that and create a paper trail in case there's ever an audit. I mean, you don't want to mix your personal finances, meaning your personal checking, where maybe your spouse, their paycheck goes in there, and then the money that you pay yourself from your company will also go in there. You want to keep all that stuff separate, so it's not intermingling finances, and your business really needs to be a standalone checking account. And once you do that, that's really all that you need to get started. And then, I mean, obviously you need clientele, you need customers. If you're gonna do a company like I'm doing, outdoor care type stuff, I would recommend that if you have a job, that you keep that job for a while and you dabble in the business and on nights and weekends, just to get a feel for it, because you're not going to have the clientele right away, so therefore you're not really going to be making good money right away unless a miracle happens, which is possible. But I would hate for you to go completely broke and belly up because you quit your job that was supporting your family to go do something that barely supports itself for the first couple of years. Everything is a process. Everything takes time, and that is the hardest thing to deal with in small business is waiting for that business to explode, waiting for that phone to ring, waiting to go make that dollar. It's a stressful, strenuous process, but it's worth it. So I would just encourage you that if you're on the fence about starting your own company, to jump off the fence and get your feet wet. Go get yourself a DBA, get yourself a checking account, come up with some awesome name, and start making money and start living the American dream. I support you 100%, and I hope that your family and your friends support you, and you start a company, and it's the best thing that you ever did, because the power of a small business is matched by nothing else in this world financially. I'm going to continue to talk about small business and how I do things, and I hope that you find it helpful. So give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more to come. And thank you for watching. I will see you on the next video.